Hey Vikings fans, we've got a bombshell for you today that just dropped on our channel, and you won't want to miss this. But before we dive into this breaking news, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update on your Minnesota Vikings. Trust me, you're going to want to stay connected as we unravel this story. Alright, let's get into it. If there's a silver lining in the tough loss to the Rams at the end of the season, it's this. The Vikings' quarterback decision for the offseason has become crystal clear. It's time to hand the keys to J.J. McCarthy, alright? Let's get into it. If there's a silver lining in the tough loss to the Rams at the end of the season, it's this. The Vikings' quarterback decision for the offseason has become crystal clear. It's time to hand the keys to J.J. McCarthy. Just 2 weeks ago, Sam Darnold seemed like a lock for the future. He had just dismantled the Packers' defense, leading the Vikings to their 9th consecutive win, and even earned his first Pro Bowl selection. Darnold was playing at such a high level that the idea of letting him walk as a free agent was almost unthinkable. But football can be brutal. It only took 2 games for everything to shift. First, Darnold struggled in a critical game against Detroit. Then, instead of bouncing back in his playoff debut, he faltered against the Rams. 9 sacks and a lack of accuracy turned what should have been his moment into a nightmare. Let's break down the numbers. In the last 2 games, Darnold completed just 53% of his passes, threw for 411 yards, scored 1 touchdown, and suffered 1 interception and a lost fumble. The Vikings managed only 1 touchdown in those 2 games. In primetime against top-tier teams, Darnold just didn't deliver. Sure, not all the blame falls on Darnold. The Rams' defensive line was relentless, and the Vikings' offensive line struggled. Even head coach Kevin O'Connell got outcoached. But here's the bottom line. Minnesota has to invest in the trenches, and the best way to do that is by utilizing the rookie contract of J.J. McCarthy. McCarthy, despite recovering from a knee injury, showed promise before his setback. Drafted 10th overall, he was seen as the future, and now it's time to embrace that future. If McCarthy shines, it could change everything for the Vikings' salary cap and roster building. This season was a roller coaster for Darnold, but the last 2 games made one thing clear. It's time for the McCarthy era to begin. Now, before you go, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this major shift? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and let's get the discussion going. And remember, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Stay tuned, because more exciting Vikings news is just around the corner.